Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Director. A couple of questions on the hepatitis C fund. So they mentioned the 424,000. There's only 393. You're expecting interest. Is that so? If we drain that fund, how are you requesting it for the next year?
Director.
Mr. Chairman and Representative Price, the Hep C fund that we're talking about there is specifically tied to a settlement agreement for us to provide Hep C treatment. And so beyond that, it will be part of our medical contract.
Follow up?
I guess, yes, thank you. So you're saying that 424,000 would come out of the medical fund for 2027 if we don't have it in the Hep C fund?
Director.
Mr. Chairman, Representative Price, could you clarify? I'm not sure I followed you.
Okay.
Representative Price.
Thank you. Sorry, Chair. So it sounds like there's only going to be 424,000 in that fund, like if we use it for this year. So next year we're requesting that $424,000. So you're saying that's coming out of the medical fund next year, not out of the Hep C fund, because it sounds like we're emptying the Hep C fund this year.
Director.
Mr. Chairman, I probably should call for a lifeline.
All right, lifeline.
Okay.
Mr. Peterson.
Mr. Chairman and Representative Price, so the reappropriation authority is for any unspent or unencumbered balance, and so they wouldn't expend anything out of the Hep C fund more than the balance that's actually there. And so let's say they spent $200,000 for hepatitis C treatment in 2026. The only reappropriation they would get for fiscal year 2027 is that $224,300 remaining, if that was the remaining balance. What Director Derrick is referencing, any costs that they have associated with hepatitis C after all of those funds are expended from the hepatitis C fund, those would then go to the medical services division and from the general fund.
And I think that's what she was actually getting at, is where once we're running on these funds, and then what is that percentage going to look like? Is this going to be something that we have to keep going, and then we're going to go after another fund? I guess I'll let her speak to that, but I think that's what she was going with that. Representative Price, apologize.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I might follow up with you on that one, but I do have another question if possible.
Go ahead.
Can you give us some idea of what vendor costs have increased in the last 3 years, and what leverage does the state have to negotiate those numbers, and have we ever said no when somebody wanted to increase stuff?
Director.
Mr. Chairman and Representative Price, that's a great question. So the inflationary cost that we've experienced related to inmate supplies has been, pretty staggering, actually. So we have some examples where, basic things, toilet paper, paper towels going up between 25 and 46% over the last 2 or 3 years. And so that for us is a huge impact. And we also have a population spike that we haven't seen before at the Department of Correction. And so when you combine having more people than we've ever had incarcerated and those inflationary costs, it's sort of astronomical how much the cost has just gone up to run the facilities. On top of that, you have really aging infrastructure, and we had a recent, about 2 years ago, an assessment of our facilities, and what we were told was, we have about $1.2 billion in assets, but to keep them running just in the fair condition they're in, we have over $200 million in deferred maintenance. And so you have more people kind of taxing these old systems. So those are the fact, we really got inflation, and you have these aging facilities that are having more and more people tax them, that are driving up just the cost of doing business.
Would you like one last? We got a lot of lights on.
One last follow-up. Just because I don't feel like my question was really answered, what kind of leverage does the state have in negotiating any of these prices?
Yeah, Director.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Representative, I apologize for not getting to that. So we are required to contract with vendors who are on state procurement contracts, NASPO contracts, or other contracts through the state. And so I think we have the buying power of the state to try and set those rates. But as the Department of Correction, we have little power to individually negotiate those. I think they're really set at the state level.